Chosen one, listen very carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not ordinary. Tonight is not like every other night. Tonight is a night written in your destiny, written before your soul was placed in your body, written before every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment you survived. This is the night where everything shifts. This is the moment Allah takes the version of you that has been battling, struggling, carrying silent pain, and transforms you into the version that was always meant to rise. You're not here by accident. You didn't click this by coincidence. Allah brought you here because tonight is the night He strengthens your heart, opens your path, removes your burdens, and prepares you for a level of elevation even your enemies feared you would reach. Take a breath, settle your heart, and prepare your soul, because what Allah is about to make you become tonight will shock the world, humble your enemies, and unlock a destiny you didn't even realize was already yours. Chosen one, tonight is the night Allah places a divine shield around your heart, a protection that human words, human actions, and human disappointment can no longer penetrate, because your heart has been wounded enough, stretched enough, broken enough, and now Allah says, enough. Tonight your heart becomes untouchable, except by Him, meaning the same people who once hurt you will no longer have access to your emotions. Their opinions will no longer define your worth. Their absence will no longer shake your peace, and their presence will no longer dictate your state of mind. Allah is removing your sensitivity to people and increasing your sensitivity to Him alone. He is taking the heart that used to absorb pain and transforming it into a heart that absorbs light, wisdom, strength, and serenity. You will wake up with a heart that reacts differently, a heart that doesn't crumble when someone betrays you, a heart that doesn't chase what leaves, a heart that doesn't fear loss, because it finally understands that no harm, no heartbreak, and no human can enter without Allah's permission. Tonight, Allah purifies your intentions, cleanses your emotions, strengthens your boundaries, and fills you with sakina, a divine calmness that the world cannot give and the world cannot take. By tomorrow, you will feel it. A heart untouched by noise, untouched by negativity, untouched by fear. A heart owned, guided, and protected by Allah alone. Chosen one, tonight, Allah is sharpening your mind in ways you have never experienced before, because every trap, every scheme, every hidden intention that was once hard for you to detect will now stand exposed before your eyes, as if a veil has been lifted from your understanding. The confusion that once clouded your thoughts, the overthinking that once drained your energy, the doubt that once made you question your own intuition, tonight, Allah replaces it all with piercing clarity. You will begin to recognize people's true motives without needing proof. You will sense danger before it arrives. You will identify manipulation without falling for it, and you will see through the masks people wear as if their hearts were printed before you. Allah is giving you a mind that is awake, alert, spiritually aware, and protected from deception. You will no longer be fooled by sweet words, false promises, or fake loyalty. Your discernment will increase so intensely that traps will collapse before they even reach you. And the same people who once thought they could outsmart you, play you, or use you will be shocked to realize that Allah has given you a level of intelligence and inner perception that makes every hidden plan powerless. Tonight your mind becomes a fortress, guided by divine wisdom, fueled by truth, untouchable by darkness, and from this moment on, no scheme, no trick, no agenda formed against you will ever succeed again. Chosen one, tonight Allah is about to rearrange your entire circle, and you must be ready for it, because some of the people you thought you needed were actually standing in the doorway of your destiny, blocking the very blessings you've been praying for, and Allah, out of His mercy, is about to remove them one by one. This removal won't always look dramatic. Sometimes it will be distance, sometimes silence, sometimes conflict, sometimes sudden disconnection, and sometimes It will be Allah shifting your heart away from them without any explanation, because He knows what you don't, that not everyone can go where you're going. Some people were draining your energy, poisoning your mindset, slowing down your growth, or secretly envying you while pretending to support you. And Allah has seen every hidden intention, every conversation behind your back, every thought they carried in their chest. Tonight, He begins the process of purification. He will detach you from the ones who stunt your spiritual progress, remove the ones who feed your insecurities, expose the ones who use you, and distance you from the ones who pretend to care but quietly hope for your failure. Do not chase anyone who leaves. Do not cling to anyone who pulls away. Do not mourn anyone Allah removes, because your elevation requires isolation, and your next level requires a cleaner circle than the one you had. Tonight, Allah is clearing the path ahead of you, so that when your blessing arrives, when your breakthrough manifests, when your rise begins, you are surrounded by only those who are meant to witness what He will do through you. The removal is not rejection, it is protection. It is preparation. It is Allah saying, "My servant, you are going somewhere they cannot follow." Chosen one, tonight marks a divine strengthening of your soul, a transformation so deep that even you will be shocked at how differently you wake up tomorrow, because Allah is about to pour into you a level of spiritual endurance, emotional resilience, and inner power that you never believed you were capable of holding. For years, you carried burdens that would have destroyed others. You survived moments that were meant to break you, and you walked through storms that left you exhausted, questioning your worth, doubting your path, and wondering if you would ever feel whole again. Yet tonight Allah says, "Because you endured, I will strengthen you in ways no human can weaken." This is the night your soul detaches from the approval of people and attaches itself fully to Allah. The night your past loses its power over you. The night your heartbreaks become sources of wisdom instead of wounds. The night your fears shrink and your faith expands until it fills every empty corner of your heart. A strength is coming that will make old triggers powerless, old memories harmless, and old insecurities irrelevant, because Allah is rebuilding you from the inside out with a light so intense that darkness cannot sit near you anymore. You will feel a calmness settling over your chest, a peace that doesn't match your circumstances, a courage that was never taught to you, and a certainty that every hardship you faced was preparing you for this exact moment. This strength is not loud, it is not aggressive, it is not ego-driven. It is a quiet, unshakable firmness that comes from knowing Allah is with you, guiding you, carrying you, and writing your story with precision and mercy. People will notice the shift in you, how you no longer react emotionally to negativity, how you no longer bend under pressure, how you no longer absorb other people's chaos, how your presence feels heavier, calmer, more stable, more grounded. That is because your soul will no longer operate from fear or insecurity. It will operate from faith and clarity. Every weakness Allah removed, every tear you cried, every pain you carried tonight, He transforms it into wisdom, patience, and spiritual maturity. You will rise tomorrow with a soul that cannot be manipulated, a spirit that cannot be dimmed, and a heart that cannot be shaken, because Allah has strengthened you with a power that no enemy, no jealousy, no trial, and no hardship can ever take away again. Chosen one, tonight is the night Allah shifts your provision in a way that will rewrite your entire future, because the risk you are about to step into is not the kind that comes from people, chances, or luck. It is the kind that comes directly from the decree of the Most Merciful, written for you before your soul entered your body, protected for you through every hardship, preserved for you through every delay, and now finally released to you because you have reached the spiritual maturity to carry it. For so long, You wondered why your efforts didn't match your outcomes, why you worked so hard yet doors remained shut, why opportunities seemed to slip away at the last moment, and why others advanced while you stayed in place. Yet what you never realized was that Allah was not denying you, He was preparing you. Tonight, that preparation turns into manifestation. Allah is shifting your rizq from struggling to survive to being sustained with ease, from hoping for opportunities to being chosen for them, from wondering if you are enough to becoming the one people depend on. The struggles you went through were not punishments, they were purification, designed to cleanse your intention so that when the wealth, the success, the opportunities, the influence, and the stability arrive, they arrive to a heart that is humble, grateful, disciplined, and deeply connected to Allah. Tonight, Allah is removing the blockages that kept your rizq stagnant. The wrong people, the self-doubt, the fear of failure, the spiritual heaviness caused by envy and evil eye, and the environments that suffocated your growth. Rizq is not just money, it is clarity, peace, guidance, opportunities, ideas, relationships, health, stability, and the courage to act on what Allah places in your heart. And tonight, your entire destiny concerning rizq is being rewritten. Ideas will begin to flow to you effortlessly. Solutions to old problems will suddenly make sense. New paths will open without warning. People who once ignored you will seek you. The work that once drained you will become easier, and the things that terrified you will now feel possible. You will notice sudden inspiration at night, unexpected blessings during the day, and doors opening in places you never even thought to knock. That is because Allah is clearing the spiritual pathway between you and your provision. And understand this, when Allah decides to give you rizq, no human can delay it, no enemy can block it, no magician can interfere with it, no hater can reduce it, and no environment can suffocate it. Allah will send your rizq through directions you least expect. Maybe a new opportunity, maybe a new connection, maybe a change in your mindset, maybe a sudden shift in your circumstances, or maybe an entire storm will break just so He can push you into the place your rizq was waiting. This next chapter of your life will not be about chasing money, begging for chances, or proving yourself to people. This chapter is about alignment. Allah aligning your heart with tawakkul, your mind with clarity, your actions with purpose, and your path with the rizq He has written for you. Tomorrow, you will feel it. Something inside you will shift. You will wake up with a different energy, a different confidence, a different understanding of your worth. You will feel as if Allah is guiding you step by step, thought by thought, opportunity by opportunity. You will start making decisions that feel divinely inspired. You will stop forcing things that don't fit. You will stop chasing things that drain you. You will move from desperation to certainty, from fear to faith, from waiting to receiving. You are entering a level of provision where Allah makes you a source for others, where your success becomes a charity, where your wealth becomes a tool for goodness, where your growth becomes a means of elevating other souls. This is not just rizq for you, this is rizq through you. Tonight, Allah upgrades your provision, expands your capacity, and prepares your soul to carry blessings you once felt unworthy of. You are stepping into a future written with abundance, wrapped in protection, guided by faith, and sustained by the one who never stops providing. Tonight, your rizq changes forever because tonight, Allah says, "My servant, now you are ready to receive what was always yours." Chosen one. Tonight, Allah is orchestrating a transformation in your life so immense, so profound, and so divinely perfect that every person who ever doubted you, envied you, plotted against you, or tried to diminish your worth will finally witness the truth of what you were always meant to be. Because tonight, you step fully into the version of yourself that they feared from the very beginning, the version that carries divine wisdom, unshakable strength, spiritual authority, unwavering confidence, and a presence that exposes deception, envy, and weakness without uttering a single word. For years, they whispered, conspired, and wished for your downfall, hoping your dreams would collapse under pressure, that your faith would falter under trial, that your heart would break under betrayal, and that your light would be dimmed by their envy. But Allah, in His infinite mercy and perfect timing, preserved your spirit, protected your heart, strengthened your mind, and refined your character so that every challenge, every betrayal, every delay, every hardship, and every tear you endured alone became the tools of your elevation. And tonight, all that preparation manifests as a power that no human hand can touch, no schemes can penetrate, no manipulation can disrupt, and no darkness can overshadow. Tonight, your presence alone becomes a force that commands respect and attention, a light so bright that it exposes the true intentions of those around you, and a strength so unwavering that it moves mountains in your life without arrogance, without confrontation, and without compromise to your faith. Your enemy's fear is justified, not because you sought power, but because Allah Himself has elevated you, refined you, and appointed you to a rank they cannot reach, a rank they could not comprehend, and a rank they could not imagine in their wildest fears. You are becoming a person who walks with certainty, speaks with authority, and acts with clarity, a person whose decisions are guided by divine insight, whose steps are protected by heavenly decree, and whose soul is anchored in a way that makes manipulation, negativity, and malice powerless against you, because Allah is your shield, your guide, and your source of strength. Every insult, every betrayal, every moment they doubted you is now returning as a testimony to your elevation, not in vengeance, but in divine justice, because Allah honors the chosen ones with what no one else can give. And tonight, you embody that honor fully. Your presence will no longer be ignored, your words will no longer be dismissed, your achievements will no longer be questioned, and your destiny will no longer be delayed. Those who once mocked you, those who once tried to manipulate you, and those who once plotted against your rise, will now see the power of Allah manifesting in you, a power that speaks through your faith, your integrity, your patience, your wisdom, and your perseverance. Tonight, you become the person they feared you would be all along, the unstoppable force walking in alignment with Allah, the unshakable soul elevated above human schemes, the undeniable presence that transforms environments simply by existing, and the chosen one whose rise was written, protected, and destined from the beginning of creation, a living testament to Allah's justice, mercy, and perfect timing, a soul refined in the fires of trial, a heart hardened in the storms of hardship, and a spirit illuminated by the light of divine destiny. Because tonight, chosen one, you finally step into the greatness that was always meant to be yours, and nothing, no one, and no obstacle can ever take it from you. Chosen one, tonight marks a monumental turning point in your life, the kind of night where the heavens bend in your favor, where the unseen forces align for your rise, and where Allah Himself places a crown of divine light upon you, a light so pure, so radiant, and so unstoppable that every attempt by people, by whispers, by envy, by deceit, by hidden agendas, and by every malicious intention meant to destroy, block, or diminish you, is now powerless, because Allah's decree is final and His protection is absolute. All those who tried to dim your brilliance, the ones who mocked your faith, the ones who doubted your dreams, the ones who betrayed your trust, the ones who whispered lies to make others believe you were weak, the ones who envied your patience, your kindness, your resilience, and your hidden potential, they will witness the reality that what they attempted in darkness, Allah has illuminated in brilliance, and the very light they sought to extinguish becomes a crown of honor on your head, a spiritual manifestation of everything you endured and overcame. For years, they tried to cloud your heart with their negativity, to weigh your spirit down with their criticism, to manipulate your destiny with their envy, and to hide your true worth behind shadows of doubt and disbelief. But tonight, Allah reverses all of that and replaces every shadow with light, every doubt with certainty, every setback with divine elevation, and every betrayal with a testimony of His mercy, His justice, and His perfect wisdom. Tonight, the light placed upon you is not ordinary, it is not material, it is not fleeting, it is not dependent on human approval or recognition. It is a divine illumination that emanates from your soul, that strengthens your heart, that sharpens your mind, that aligns your actions with purpose, that protects your path from harm, and that radiates in such a way that even those who have never met you will feel your presence, sense your integrity, and acknowledge the truth of Allah's favor upon you, without you needing to speak a single word. Every attack, every curse, every spell, every negative thought, every whispered lie, and every attempt to suppress your potential has failed, because Allah has ordained that the light He gives to His chosen ones cannot be extinguished by humans, by darkness, by manipulation, or by malice. And tonight you are walking into a level of illumination so profound that your enemies' fear becomes visible, their plans collapse unseen, and their envy becomes powerless, because Allah is not only elevating you, but also exposing the futility of their attempts to hinder you. You will wake up tomorrow with a presence that commands attention, a demeanor that radiates confidence and serenity, a clarity that no confusion can penetrate, and an energy that draws the right people and repels the negativity that once haunted your life. Because the light Allah places upon a chosen one is not superficial. It carries authority, influence, protection, and an unmistakable aura of divinely guided destiny. This crown of light signifies not only what you have endured, but also who you have become through your trials. The resilient, the patient, the faithful, the steadfast, and the servant of Allah whose heart has remained pure, whose soul has remained devoted, and whose trust in Allah has never wavered, even when the world around you questioned your worth, doubted your purpose, or attempted to silence your potential. Tonight, the same people who tried to diminish you will now be confronted by your elevation. The very existence they sought to undermine will now serve as proof of Allah's justice, wisdom, and mercy, and the very light they envied becomes a permanent testament to the reality that Allah protects, guides, and favors His chosen ones in ways no human can replicate, block, or imitate. Your faith, your perseverance, your patience, your sacrifices, and your trust in Allah converge tonight into a power that is visible not only in your life, but also in the unseen realms, because the light of a chosen one is never confined. It touches the hearts of those who are meant to be inspired, illuminates the paths of those who are lost, and exposes the schemes of those who dwell in darkness, all while maintaining humility, serenity, and devotion to Allah alone. This light does not inflate the ego. It does not breed arrogance. It does not demand recognition. It radiates naturally from a heart aligned with the Creator, a soul anchored in His mercy, and a mind guided by His wisdom. The crown upon your head tonight is both a shield and a sign against those who sought to harm you, and a sign to the world that Allah elevates whom He wills, protects whom He chooses, and fulfills the destiny of those He has written into greatness long before they entered this world. Tonight, chosen one, you will feel a change in how you carry yourself, a change in how people respond to your presence, a change in the energy around you, and a change in how your own spirit perceives your worth. Because the crown of light is not just external, it touches the core of your being, infuses you with divine confidence, illuminates your path forward, and cements your position as someone who can no longer be diminished by human attempts, worldly obstacles, or negative energies. Every moment of hardship, Every tear, every moment of doubt, every betrayal, every trial, every silent struggle, and every enemy that tried to dim your light has prepared you for this elevation, and tonight Allah crowns you not just with illumination, but with authority, clarity, protection, and an unshakable sense of purpose, signaling to the heavens, the earth, the unseen, and the people around you that your rise is unstoppable, your presence is undeniable, and your destiny is divinely secured, because the light placed upon a chosen one by Allah cannot be diminished by any darkness they face, by any schemes they encounter, or by any human hands. And tonight, you step fully into that light, fully into your destiny, fully into your honor, and fully into the greatness that Allah has been preparing you for all along. Chosen one, now that you have witnessed the lessons of tonight, understand this. Everything that happened in your life, the delays, the betrayals, the hardships, the isolation, the moments when you felt unseen, unheard, and unappreciated, was preparing you for this very moment. Tonight, Allah has elevated you, protected you, strengthened you, opened doors for you, cleared your path, and crowned you with a light they tried to dim. You are no longer the person who doubted, feared, or settled. You are the chosen one, walking in alignment with your destiny, shielded by divine decree, and carrying a presence that no darkness can touch. Remember, your rise is not for validation, your blessings are not for display, and your power is not for revenge. It is for the fulfillment of the purpose Allah created you for, the elevation of your soul, and the impact you are meant to have on the world around you. Tonight marks the end of the waiting, the beginning of your breakthrough, and the moment your enemies, your doubters, and the world witness the truth that Allah's chosen ones are unstoppable, untouchable, and undeniable. Stand firm, move forward, trust your path, and carry this light with gratitude, humility, and unwavering faith, because this is only the beginning of what Allah has written for you, and the world will never be the same again.